Age Whiskey. My name is Dave, and this is Mike.
What's up, everybody?
And we're here fixing over-oaked whiskey. So, yeah, anytime we have bad whiskey that we're drinking, Mike is that's the guy coming in.
I get called up from the reserves.
Sorry about all this, Mike.
Brought the lefty out of the bullpen. Huh? Thanks.
So, what is over-oaked whiskey? Over-oaked whiskey is basically whiskey that's been sitting in a barrel for too long. It doesn't get enough oxygen or whatever. The process is overheated. Sometimes temperatures rise too much, fluctuates, and it just tastes super astringent. It gets very dark in color. You'll see something like this, right? It almost looks like motor oil. But it's a definite smell that you can get. So this is our base of what we started with. And this guy, so you can see it's pretty dark. You know, it doesn't look too bad for something you would probably drink. But man, when you put it to your nose, it's not delightful. It tastes bad. It's got that drier mouthfeel.
Smells like rocket fuel.
Yeah, where it takes some of your the dryness of your mouth and it just covers all your taste buds and just makes it worse. It's been described as licking the inside of a barbecue pit,
which I've often done.
That's why you're here today.
I'm an expert at that.
So we have, let me just go through real quick. We have 7 different experiments that we're going to try to fix our over-oaked whiskey. We have chill filtering, which is where you take whiskey, put it in a freezer, bring it down to pretty much close to 0 in temperature, or 32 in our temperature, and bring it out, and then put coffee filters and cotton balls in there, and just pour the whiskey over top of it. And it's just so the reason why chill filtering is a thing is because it creates these heavier congeners that basically clog up some of those more difficult flavors that people don't typically like. When you have a whiskey that's a little bit overpowering, chill filtering works pretty well for that. Then next up is our carbon tower. I have a carbon activated charcoal carbon that's basically 3 foot tall, and it goes coffee filter, charcoal, coffee filter, charcoal, coffee filter, charcoal. We ran it through once on that, and then we're going to add back unaged spirit, which is the White Dog. Mash 1 is what we use for this guy. So we're going to try that. Next, we're going to try proofing it down with water, which I don't think that's going to work at all. It's just going to taste less crappy.
More watered down crap.
And then we're going to do the bubbler experiment. So we put the aquarium bubbler in it and expose a ton of oxygen to it, try and separate it. And then the other one is we're going to macerate it. So basically taking a big mixer and try and separate some of the molecules and everything in there and separate the alcohol from the carbon a little bit. And I'm suspect about that as well. That's probably not going to work. And then finally, we're going to add salt to it. Just a little bit of salt. Just not a lot, because I tried this before, and I added too much salt, and my goodness, it was horrible. You think what I'm making you drink is bad?
You were the guinea pig.
Yeah, you should come here on a regular day. So anyway, this is final tasting day. We're going to get this started up. We are drinking the original shit whiskey.
If you get like a little bit of ways, I could smell a little bit of oak.
Yeah, the oak is kicking in there.
Yeah, it is. Stay away from it just a smidge,
Yeah. It could be. I mean, it was good at one point.
Yeah.
The thing is, the reason why I have so much over-oaked whiskey is because I taste it all the way through. So I got to taste it, if you think about it like a bell curve, right? Mm-hmm. It's really good. It's getting good. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And now it's really bad, right? So it's like, you got to taste it all the way through to kind of know where the sweet spot is. So
what was the sweet spot? Did you find was it the 2 weeks?
So it's interesting you ask that question because I've been battling with it. So in Michigan, we're in southeast Michigan over here, and the temperatures are changing quite a bit. So it's May in Michigan right now, And we're seeing fluctuations. I mean, it jumps to 90 degrees. It comes down to 40 degrees over here. So things are really changing over here. I had things dialed in pretty good over the wintertime when I knew it was like 30 degrees over here or 40 degrees on a regular basis. So I had the perfect kind of surface area to volume ratio and over time with temperature. So now I got to kind of recalibrate everything. I actually over oaked an experiment, the barrel proof experiment, which I just started over here. And I took all that stuff and poured it in here. So that one aged so fast I couldn't catch the sweet spot.
Oh wow!
So it was just too bad, too quick.
It's tricky.
It is tricky, and you got to stay on top of it. So anyway, you ready for this?
No.
Let's take a little sip. Yeah, so that back aftertaste is just
right when the flame just shot out both nostrils. I mean, I could drink it after a couple glasses.
Do you feel that dryness on the back of your tongue?
Yeah,
that's like, yeah,
it's a little rough. The longer it sits around, it gets a little bad. But
yeah,
I mean, if I was forced to drink it, I could handle it.
Yeah, but we're not trying to do that. We're trying to make better whiskey here. All right, so let's go into
that was just the base over oaked.
The base over oaked. So now we're going to get into chill filtering.
I'm excited about this one. I don't know if it'll taste worth a damn, but
just to give you guys an idea, this is the base, right? You guys can see basically through that, but it's difficult. But you can see that this is lighter than the original. Right, so this is the original. I don't know if you guys can see that.
A little bit, huh?
But it's a little bit lighter.
Not a ton, just a little though.
And with chill filtering, you can continue to do this multiple times. So you can test it out and see if it gets better. And at some point, you're just going to remove most of the flavor from it altogether. Similar to how the charcoal carbon filter works.
You lose all your profiles, right?
Yeah. So the nose is not bad. Still got some of those very heavy oaky flavors in there, but it's not as bad as the original. I get more of the oak tannins in there. I don't get that drier backside. It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it nulls out some of the flavors a little bit.
Yeah, the aftertaste isn't as bad, I don't think.
It's not as bad. It's okay. It's still not good.
Yeah.
In no way is it good.
I wouldn't do 10 jumping jacks for it.
Not at all.
For some reason, that tastes stronger to me than the base. That's
really
weird. Yeah. I don't know.
You know what you should do? You should try more.
Maybe that would do it.
You should definitely try some more of that.
That's odd, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
But that's smoother to you, huh?
Slightly, not much. And we could run it through multiple times. That might be something, but I don't have any happiness about that.
Yeah.
So here's the salts. We just put less than a pinch in there, like very little bit amount. A little salt goes a very long way. And you see some other distilleries treat their water with salt in ways that they soften the water a little bit. So it's actually common practice to start, not in the end. It's very rare to see anybody add some salt. But the reason why I put this on there is because, Jefferson's Ocean, it's out in the ocean, the salt water and everything kicks up in the air and comes through the barrels and everything. So you get some of that salt.
It doesn't smell as strong to me.
Yeah. The nose subdues quite a bit. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, you can definitely taste the salt.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's in my opinion, if I didn't know salt was there, I'd have to kind of search for it. But I think us talking about it being salty.
Yeah, get it right on the tongue.
It's
like
there.
The salt on the tongue.
And right also, the salt hits the top of the roof of my mouth.
It hit me right in the tongue. It's not horrible, though.
I think it made it better.
Yeah. Any more salt that you put in probably would have been over the top, but
you feel free to.
No.
If you want some
I fully believe that more is not better.
No, not always.
In this case. Yeah.
I think it's. So, what do you think between this and the chill filtering?
The add salt is better taste wise.
Chill filtering?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
You do?
And let's move into the add more white dog. So we just essentially just poured more of the mash 1 into it. Buffalo Trace white dog mash 1. And this guy is probably going to spill all over the place because I added a lot.
It's so full. Oh,
It's not too bad.
so if it's shite, add more white dog. When in doubt.
I mean, that's what they do is they blend out the bad flavors, typically at distilleries. They're trying to find ways to get rid of some of it.
Makes sense.
Or find overpowering flavors that are more enjoyable to people. I'm telling you, these master blenders are just
those guys are master chemists and scientists, right?
wizards, my friend. Wizards. What do you think of the smell?
Not bad.
So we probably, on this one, we did a 1 ratio. So we added more white dog to pretty much the same volume of the over oaked whiskey. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Good color.
Yeah, really nice color in there. It's not too bad
Beautiful.
at all. Got some of that golden colors in there.
Golden brown, yeah.
Let me show you guys this. Right. It's not too bad.
Might be the secret.
Maybe. I had a little sweetness pop in the front.
Ooh. It packs a punch, though.
It's still a little bit dry on the backside, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to walk away from that.
Ooh.
But it's better. It's better than the salt, too, I think. What do you think?
Tastes the strongest that we've had so far to me.
I'll do that one more time.
I feel that warming all the way down.
Yeah, the nose is better, too.
Yeah. Then the taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because we're diluting it down.
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
Mm-mm.
You like the salt better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move into... Now we got a good old scrub on the old glasses. Got to dry those guys out as best as possible. Let's go into the bubbler.
All right.
I'm really interested about that. So we lost... Yeah, so check this out. So this is the original, what that looks like, and this is the bubbler.
I don't understand.
We lost about a quarter. So I had this running for 1 day, 24-hour period of time.
Let's see.
And I don't know, man. That's what it does. It's really strange.
Why does it look like baby food or something?
It totally does.
God.
It's so milky, man. It's just nasty.
Is this like baby yams and crushed carrot mix or something? Maybe.
Check that out.
Can I chew this?
You can definitely chew it, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
If you need a fork, that works too.
Yeah. It looks like apple cider.
It does look like apple cider. It's very much an apple cider looking like thing.
Wow, the smell on this completely different than anything.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It smells like a wood block.
Yeah. It really does. Yeah, it's heavy on that oak.
Heavy on the oak. I don't get the burn through the nose at all. That's... Wow, that's... I can't even see my finger through.
Let's give it a try.
Is this toxic?
Yes.
Good.
Wow.
There's like nothing there.
There's like no alcohol in there at all.
Can we proof this just to see?
Yeah. Maybe we just bubbled it all out.
Wow. Do you think it just evaporated all out?
It's possible. It's very possible. No, it's about 70.
70, okay.
Yep.
So you lost.
So it was at 125.
Wow.
So yeah, that bubbler really does a till on that, man.
Insane.
It's crazy.
Wow, that is odd.
But the smell is really interesting.
Okay, there's a little bit of the sting.
It's almost a little bit of silt in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's get that out of the way.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, you'd have never known unless you tried it.
Moving to the carbon tower. So this is the Tennessee, similar to the Tennessee whiskey method, the Lincoln County method.
Yep.
Where they just pour it over charcoal.
Cobb County.
Yeah, we gotta see if we can.
Emulate some moonshiners. You'll get it.
But essentially, they try and take out some of those harsher flavors for a smoother whiskey, and the problem is it kind of loses
the apple off the nose.
Are you really?
Yeah.
But it loses some of the really good flavors.
What?
Like charcoal filtering is like, well, that's weird.
Do you get any apple?
I do get a slight Granny Smith.
Yeah.
Kind of in there.
What? Is that on our chart?
I don't get the over oak smell to it at all.
Why is there apple?
Wow. Well, I mean, if you taste some of this, you get some apple notes to start on the White Dog.
That's popping out. That's Granny Smith for sure. Huh.
Let's get a little.
All right. You think it tastes as good?
Hopefully.
Wow.
Wow.
Why is that so smooth?
Tastes like water.
It does. Prove it.
Prove it?
Yes, please.
Let's prove it.
I think it's less than 70 on this one. There is nothing here, but
I just find it really hard to believe that.
This was the...
I mean, I did flush it with water before, so it's possible some water got in there.
This was the add water?
No, this is not the add water.
What is this one?
This is the charcoal tower, the activated carbon charcoal tower.
That's insane.
So maybe when I flushed it, I left some water in there. Maybe.
It was very mellow.
Oh my goodness, dude. It dropped to like...
What is it?
I mean, we're like a 50 proof. Like there's like nothing in there.
Yep. No. Wow.
So that's
Nothing,
why it tastes like water.
Smells like apple, tastes like water.
So maybe we could do that one again and maybe not flush it with water beforehand.
But if you could leave that apple in there, like, wow. Yeah, it definitely got diluted.
That's way too much.
So what, just in the tube? There was water in the tube somewhere?
So I rinsed out, just because it's been a few months since I used it. So I rinsed it all out and just waited for it to stop dripping. And then I threw the whiskey in and came down. So
it
probably
pulled any water
all
through.
that water through, yeah.
Gravity fed?
Yep, all gravity fed.
Pisser, because that smells top notch on the nose.
Yeah, and I would wager, and maybe we could do this afterwards. When you proof this down, you get a lot of apple notes in there.
Okay.
All right, what's next? Oh, the mix it up.
Oh yeah, let's get that one out of there.
So,
boy.
Yeah, this one. I feel like this was a bad decision. Let me show you the color of this.
It's almost green. It's so dark.
This is the original. This is... Oops, I'm off the camera. This is... Look how dark that is. This is so insane. So, all I did was just throw this through a blender, essentially. I'll put the video on here so you guys can see where it's at, but... crazy, man. Crazy.
Did you filter it through a bottle of motor oil?
I filtered it. I did put it over a...
drip through a quart of SAE 30?
For sure. I mean, that's... Oh, my goodness. That pour right there looks so gross.
Oh. It's green,
Look
Dave.
At it, it's
green. Can we save this for St. Patty's Day?
Show that to the camera.
Look at this. It's effing green, folks. I didn't sign a waiver, did
I? Maybe. Hey, can you just sign this document? This is...
What if I go into toxic shock syndrome?
Sorry, buddy. At least I got more whiskey for you to drink later on.
Good thing we're friends. Huh? Oh, gosh.
All right, here we go.
Well, believe it or not, it's not as bad as it looks.
It's not as bad as it looks. That's actually not terrible.
This is like the devil's cut that they can't sell at the distilleries, and they just peddle it on the black market because it looks so terrible.
Boy, that's interesting.
It's not terrible.
How did that happen?
Why is that?
So...
If I damn near venture to say it's one of the best ones we've tasted here.
What the shit is going on?
I don't know. This is not gonna...
Well, you know what? Maybe we didn't rinse out. Maybe we need to rinse out one more time.
What kind of witchcraftery is going on here?
And for the record, I didn't find anybody out there macerating whiskey like this I mean, not a lot of people are really doing anything with over oaked whiskey. Honestly, it's not a sexy thing in any way. To me, it is. To me, it is.
If it's something that we could tweak and fix.
Oh, let's try it.
Bewildered. A lot of flavors are there.
A lot of flavors are in there. So now I'm getting some of that drier back notes.
Yep.
And
a little bit. It's not the worst thing I've tasted here, though. Somehow, I
really owe you a bottle of nice whiskey for doing all this. Thank you so much.
How is this not terrible?
I have no idea. And all we did was just like throw it through a blender, man.
I mean, it's literally green or dark black green.
I would bet you if we took that and put more White Dog in it, it'd be just fine.
Well, let's try some. Let's do.
Well, before we get into that, let's go into
keep that. Table that
for sure. We got one more left. Is that right?
Yeah.
We got the water down.
We got water. Say that the water down is gonna taste better than the charcoal filter. Do you think, or
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Looks wise, yeah, for sure. But you can't,
can't judge
that's
a
the
book
way
by its cover. Yeah.
That's the way whiskey is. You can't ever judge a book by its cover. I think, similar to what you were picking up that apple on that very low proof. I think we'll be able to pick up some different things over here.
I hope. I could only hope.
But I still think it's just not going to be as good as even adding the White Dog, because the White Dog adds more flavor into it, from the base of the whiskey. Right. So you're going to get more of those corns and the sweetness and maybe a touch of the rye in there. But just give you guys an idea.
Beautiful
the color of it. Yeah.
Great color.
It's a little cloudy because I just shook it up. Nose is better. Than the base.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, yeah. Not super stringent on the nose.
Ooh. I mean, it brought down the.
That's pleasant.
It brought down the proof for sure.
Ooh.
Let's test it out. Let's see where we're at with that.
Okay. That's pleasant. I'm gonna say that's above 100, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's probably in the 90s.
90?
I would assume.
110.
Oh no, it is.
110.
It's 104.
Oh,
wow,
so close.
That didn't. I'm surprised by that.
This guy right here knows. Look at.
He knows. He's got the nose to know. That's interesting. So I felt like that did work. Did that work better than the White Dog?
Did I say that the watered down would taste better than the charcoal filter? Can we rewind that and see? I think the watered down is going to taste better than the charcoal filter. Dave said, "I don't know about that."
I don't know about that, Mike.
But
man, well,
there's some flavors there. You're getting the full experience at 104.
And it's still got some of that oily mouthfeel to it too. I mean, it's not
kicking back like a donkey. It's not bad.
Not that bad.
Okay, that may be the best out of all of them then.
Really?
To me? No?
Just recap all of them, right? So what did you think about the charcoal filter? Or the chill filtering? Sorry. Chill filtering.
I wasn't a fan.
I wasn't a fan. I thought it would do more.
Yep. I was hoping it would mellow it out some and...
So I'm going to put that one, mid-range. I mean, it did change a little bit, but not enough to really be exciting.
Yep.
The Carbon Tower. What do you think about that? This guy.
I mean, apple on the nose, amazing.
But the proof fell completely off. Like
proof fell and zero flavor really. I didn't even really taste the apple. I smelled it. I didn't taste it much.
Yeah. Yep. What about the adding more White Dog into it?
Average for me.
Average.
Yep.
I liked that. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I thought that moved in a good direction. Proofing down with water, you were a huge fan of that.
Yep.
That's good. That's good as well.
Yep.
Pumping the oxygen through the bubbler.
We lost everything, right?
Yeah.
That was the one
that just dropped off so much whiskey out of it.
It all evaporated, obviously, right? It just
Yeah, it evaporated into another glass. Yeah, 'cause I had a vapor lock in there, so it evaporated into that.
Did we capture that?
I poured it out. Sorry, buddy. But I had to take a larger mason jar instead of this one. I have a much bigger one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The larger size, and just because it kept bubbling up and getting close to it, so yeah, I had to step it up.
So, do we do a taste off? Because these are. Do we agree these are a top 2 then? In your mind?
I would not say that.
No.
Here's what I would say.
Give me your other, and we do a top 3 face off.
So what he's looking at right now is the water down and the mix it up. I think the add more white dog to it. That's the guy over there. Can you grab that middle one? I feel like that is in the running as well.
Okay. So would that be your top 3 then, or no?
That'd be my top 3.
Okay. We could agree on that then.
And the salt, I would put the salt as a fast follower. I was impressed that salt did something.
That would be your 4.
That'd be my 4.
All right. We're gonna settle this like men.
Let's try and do it fast.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go drink,
boom,
wash, drink, wash, drink, wash,
so
and
that
then
it's all fresh, and then talk.
Okay. So we're going water down first. Then we're going mix it up. Then we're going.
Oh, you want to go right to left?
Yeah, right to left.
Okay, all right.
And then white dog at the end. Ready?
For science.
For science.
I have a winner.
I do too.
It's watered down for me.
I'm white dog.
Really?
Yeah. And this the mix it up got worse.
It did. It went good, better, good, worse for me.
Okay.
You?
I went
Best?
I went this way. Yep.
Best.
So I went
Good.
white dog, adding more white dog, then adding water, then mix it up. And mix it up just fell right off of me. Here's my theory on this. One, diluting this out on any kind of substance makes it better, right?
Mm-hmm.
The more you add anything else to this, like really thick, viscous, tannic substance, makes it better.
Yep.
And my suspicion here, the reason why we're into the mix it up, the blender whiskey, is because it added more oxygen into that space. So it took all the oxygen in that blender and just, put more of that in there, right? I'm really surprised. I don't know why it turned so black.
That's very
I don't understand how this happened. And if anybody knows, any chemists out there,
in the comments, please
tell me.
blow it up.
I'd love to know. But I think there's, my fears have been substantiated in that, there's no good way of fixing over-oaked whiskey unless you add something to it. I mean, I wish it was something different, but we just, we just proved it. And thinning it out over time and spreading it out over a bunch of different whiskeys is, unfortunately, the only way to go about it.
Yeah, you're either going to add water or more bourbon.
So, if we were going to do this again, and we're not, for the record, we're not going to do this again.
I mean,
this is disgusting.
That charcoal tower, I would really love to fine tune that and see.
Yeah. Well, also,
I'm up for doing a charcoal tower experiment and see what we could see with that, because the nose that popped out on that by far beat anything that's on the table right now for the nose wise. Agreed, or?
Yeah, I mean it was a sweeter.
Yeah, that
definitely pulled that Granny Smith in there.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I think we've done as much damage as we can do.
I mean, we tried to put some good content out there for you guys. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for
having me again.
Yeah, of course, man.
I mean, I love doing this stuff. We like to laugh and joke, and I mean, we take it serious, but try to be.
You gotta have fun with it.
You gotta be silly once in a while.
I mean, you can't just be all science all the time.
Right,
You gotta
I
have a
mean,
little fun with it.
You know, my nerd brain, genius IQ, but I like to have fun.
All right, man. On that note, cheers, y'all.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
To better
To
whiskey.
better whiskey.